how he wouldn't let me put a handle on it. So I'm like,
We are cold here at Cool Sports. You would think it's in the name. You should know. But we are here at Cool Sports once again, the home of the Icarium, as your Raleigh Raptors face the Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes once again. This is the consolation game, the required fourth game that we paid for. The battle for third place, I guess. Little bit of injury discussion. Luke Stegall looks to be. Actually, I'm looking for him now. Yep, there he is. Okay. Luke Stegall will be likely playing this morning. He was suited up for the previous game against the Arctic Foxes yesterday evening, but he did not play. He took, I believe, a puck off the wrist area. I don't think it was a slash, but he took a shot in the wrist hand area that swelled up pretty bad, got a decent amount of discoloration, but x-rays were negative, which is a positive. So confusing, the medical world. But we'll see who gets the call for the net. Perkins played game 1 and 3. Driggers played game 2. So we'll see who's in net. No one's complaining so far about not being able to hear me, so I'm assuming people can hear me, so cool. Usually I'd get a text by now going, we can't hear you, what's going on? We have our 4 officials once again. Are these the only 4 officials in this area? That's a good question. The team went to go see the Tennessee Volunteers play college hockey last night, and it appears most of these officials actually officiated that game as well. So are there any other officials in the Memphis area? Not Memphis, we're in Knoxville. People who are fans of the University of Tennessee would yell at me greatly for implying that the University of Tennessee would be playing games in anywhere but Knoxville. Sorry, I couldn't remember whether or not I misspoke and said Nashville or misspoke and said Memphis. It's early and it's cold. So it may be a little bit unusual to look at the ice and see that it doesn't have that normal shine to it. The way this particular tournament runs, we have an ice scrape or a Zam run between the first and second period. Dump in, they wave off the icing, and it's back in behind the net. Driver sends it around the boards. Picked up by Scott. Scott with a stretch pass over to Edwards. Edwards in front. Tries to get a pass. Now flipped in. Covered. And a stoppage. 14:38 remaining in the first. No score. Edwards once again at forward, which is still confusing the hell out of me, but it is what it is. Puck drop out to Brown at the point. Shot on net. Glove save. So we try again. Backhand sticked away by the Fox's goaltender. Brown has it along the boards. He'll fight for it. Sent around the other way. Foxes have it, though. They'll try to settle it down. Fisher keeps it in, though. Tied up along the boards now. Gets pushed out. It'll be Morris that'll dump it in. Goes back around the boards both ways. Fisher pinching up to go get it. But now it squeezes out. We'll have a breakout. Brown there, though. He stops the attempt. Goes back around. Flipped out. It'll be Morris that sends it down ice. They'll call that icing, which it probably was. 13:50 left in the first. No score. Morris tried to flip it, hoping that it wouldn't get all the way down ice. You try to flip it up in the air so that it doesn't go all the way down. But a little too much oomph on it, so we'll get the icing. Foxes have it. They'll try to get it out to the point, but they cannot. Sent out. Lombardo will chase after it. But the Foxes will get there first, deep in their own defensive zone. Sent off the boards. Amistadi skates in, gets a piece of it. Now sent back the other way. Driver back, though. Separates player from puck. Out in front! Score! Foxes with a little too much activity in front. Gets past Driggers. And the Foxes take a 1-0 lead. 13:25 left in the first. Well, too much traffic there in front on the right-hand side. Driggers stopped the first shot, but a few too many. And the puck goes back. Rogers sends it in. They'll go chase. Whistle.
There was still somebody in the
So, offsides is the call, apparently. But greatly egregious, so we'll get the face-off deep in the Raptors' defensive zone. Sent back. Brown tries to flip it out. Gets blocked by the Foxes, so they'll take it in the corner. In front, good job by Fisher there to tie up the player that was in the crease. Now Rogers going after the puck. Picked up by Keener. They're back on side. Keener has it in the corner now. Sent back out. Fisher sends it off the boards. Rogers had gotten back onside, but Edwards was offside before Rogers got back onside. So everybody was still offside technically. And we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. 12:40 left in the first. Fox is up 1-0. Brought in, pushed back. Dumped in by Driver. They'll go chase. Foxes run into each other. That did not seem ideal. Pass sent out. No icing. Driver catches up to it. He'll send it down ice. Morris gets a piece of it, as does the official. Which team are you playing for, Stripes? Stretch pass. Fox's player did not touch that, but, well, we'll wave off icing anyway. Segal fights for it. Gets it out to Morris. Morris tries to cross over to try to get it to Scott. He can't. The Foxes take it. They'll get it out of the zone. Driver will send it back the other way, though. Picked up by Scott. He'll fight for it. Dump in. Stopped by Driggers, so Amistadi will pick it up. Stretch pass. That one no one touched, so we'll get an icing and a face-off back in the Raptors' defensive zone. 11:36 remaining in the first. Arctic Foxes have an early 1-0 lead. Keener to take this face-off. Sent back. Good face-off win there by Keener. Fisher has it behind the net now. He's tied up. Fisher takes it out, though, sends it over to Lombardo high. Lombardo tries to get it out. Can't, but he knocks down the return pass. Sent over to Lee at mid-ice now. Foxes will dump it in. Brown has it along the board, tries to get over to Lombardo. Goes out to Keener. Lee will pick it up. He's got a little bit of space. Sends it back over to Keener. But behind him, Lombardo with a shot, pad save. Keener has it, sends it back around. Fisher will go to pick this one up. Can't get to it. Keener returns the favor, sends it back over to Fisher, who tries to get it out in front, sticked away by the goaltender. The Foxes will take over. But good back check there, and Lombardo will go back the other way. Shot on net. Swallowed up by the Foxes goaltender. And we'll get a whistle. 10:37 remaining in the first. Foxes still holding on to their 1-0 lead. Scott to take the face off here. Bounces, goes out, Driver takes it, tries to send it into the skates. Second effort shot goes into another Raptors player. Attempted keep in there by Driver. Yep. Waved off. Okay, so everybody's still onside. Sent off the boards. Everyone gets a piece of that. Drigger sends it. Not ideally with the way that bounce went, but he was able to recover. Edwards sends it forward. Rogers will go chase after it, because if no one wants it, we'll take it. Rogers careful with the check there. But dumped out all the way the opposite way, but on net, so no icing. Drigger stops it, gets it over to Scott. Scott avoids the check, so he's got a little open ice now. Goes past the one defender, gets held slightly. That's cheating. Waving off the icing again because we have a bus to catch. Brown sends it back around the other way over to Fisher. Fisher will hold on to the puck. He's looking to spread it out. Tape-to-tape pass to Stegall, who will bring it into the zone. He gets swallowed up by two players. Rakita with a shot off the pads. Kept in by Brown. He sends it in. Goes wide. Foxes will chase. They send it along the boards. Kept in by Morris. Morris sends it across ice. Fisher will pick it up. Into the corner. Across in front of the slot. Morris can't pound it in, though. In front, Fisher sends it back the other way. Foxes will chase after it again. D-to-D pass. They'll send it off the boards. Picked up by Keener, who tries to get past, goes off of Fox's player, though, and they'll dump and chase. Fisher goes to chase after it. He's tied up in front of the crease. Picked up. Morris has the puck. He's got Stegall with him. Puck taken away. Amistadi keeps it in. Off the skates into the bench. We'll probably get a face-off in the neutral zone. 8:05 remaining in the first. Fox is holding on to a 1-0 lead. Nope, we'll take it in the defensive zone. The Fox's defensive zone. I mean, that's where the puck went out, but you're never sure. Shot. Glove save by the Fox's goaltender. So we'll face off again. Scott to take the face off here. Tied up. Sends it back. Driver goes to shoot. Gets blocked. Foxes will chase after, but tied up. Lombardo in front. Couldn't hold on. Driver has it. He sends it forward to Lombardo. Lombardo tries to dump it in. It's blocked. Now tied up. Lombardo and Scott. The Foxes take it. But Lombardo gets hooked. No call. Shot wide by Lee. Now apparently the goal was off the posts, so we get a stoppage. We'll have to watch that for future review. Brown sends it in, knocked down by the Foxes. It's up, swing and a miss there by Fisher. Dumped in. Tied up. Sent out in Fisher's skates. He dumps it over. Edwards will chase after it. Picked up. Now Fisher knocks it down. Has Edwards in front. Edwards thinks he's a defenseman again. Forgets what to do with the puck. Good opportunity there, but we progress. Fisher takes a check up high. No call. Fisher returns the favor. Yelling. Out to the point. Shot goes wide. Fisher will chase after this one. In front. Foxes have it again. They'll send it behind the net. Sent back the other way by Edwards. Sent down ice. That's going to be too far, so we'll get an icing call with 6:08 remaining in the first. Fox is still holding on to a 1-0 lead. Raptors have had their opportunities but have been unable to capitalize. Puck drop. Picked up by Stegall, who spins off a player, goes down, but shot on net by Morris. He'll go after it. Still fighting for it. Now goes over to Amistadi. Amistadi will pick it up. Goes off. Dump pass there. Driver goes after it, but goes past. Now shot on net. Score! A tough pinch there led to a 2-on-0. And the Foxes, with a good shot, buried it high and tight in the corner to give the Foxes a 2-0 lead. 5:36 remaining in the first. Scott to take the face off again. Sent down ice. No icing, so Driver will go after it. He'll send it along the boards. But that will be icing. which it was. So 5:23 left in the first. 2-0 Foxes. Again, the Raptors have played a solid game, but unfortunately, one bad pinch led to one goal, and the other early goal was just kind of an unfortunate situation, but sent off the boards, kept in by the Foxes. I'll send it from the point, sticked away. Off the board the other way. Tried to send it out, but the Foxes have it. They'll go back along the boards. Picked up by Brown. He'll fight two Foxes away. Gets it into the neutral zone. Lee will chase after it, but the Foxes get it. They'll send it back into the zone. Brown picks it up. Sends it out. Good advancement there, but the Foxes pick it back up. They send it cross ice. They'll dump it in. Rogers back. He'll pick this one up. He'll send it along the boards over to Lee. Lee will pick it up. Was looking for the pass. Sends it to Lombardo. Lombardo with a shot. Headed away by the goaltender. Now sent in front. Knocked away by Lombardo, but recovered by the Foxes. Brown has it. He's looking for the pass. Sends it D to Fisher. Fisher sends it to Lombardo. Lombardo can't hold on to it. But kept in by Lee. Lombardo with the shot. That's blocked. Picked up by Brown. He'll go D to Fisher. Fisher sends it down. Picked up by the Foxes. Foxes have it. They send it down mid-ice. Amistadi can't stop it, but Edwards back there. And a more familiar hit from behind. Foxes player apologizes. Good sportsmanship. That's neat. Again, you don't... I mean, a lot of times we're not looking to board someone from behind. We'll be curious to see... Are we just going to get two out of this? So the apology did its job, as the Foxes will only get two for a check from behind into the boards. Or 1.5, that's what we play here. But the Raptors will still at least get a power play. Amistadi from the point, gloved down by the Foxes. 3:32 in the first. Foxes up 2-0, 1:25 left on the Raptors power play. Keenan take the face off. Sent back. Amistadi keeps it in. Goes back to Keener. Keener over to Edwards. Edwards tries to flip it around. Fighting for it. Keener muscles it in. Just gets a pass to... Keener checks the boards for reasons. Amistadi has it, sends it over, has Edwards and Lombardo. Tried to flip it over to Lombardo. Back in front, intercepted by the Foxes. Sticked away by Keener, intercepted by Lombardo. Lombardo will bring it in. But the Raptors are apparently offside. The officials buffering, apparently. Again, if you see offside, just call offside. Don't think about it and go, should I call it? So, neutral zone face-off. Scott will take it over to Stegall. Stegall has it. Gets a pass. Morris with a shot. Saved by the Foxes. Fisher pinches in. Sent out. Scott's in the... Still recovers. He's still got... There. Dump in. Driggers tries to get a piece of it. Slows it down a little bit. Brown will pick it up. Fisher was not in the greatest place there. Morris fights for it in the corner. Wins that battle. Sends it around the boards. Stegall will pick it up in the corner. Penalty is over. So we're back to 5-on-5. But in front, but pass, turnover. Stegall fights for it. Foxes will take it. They'll dump it in. Shot, gloved and covered by Driggers for a stoppage. 1:43 remaining in the first. Foxes hold a 2-0 lead. Kieran to take this face off in the Raptors defensive zone. Sent back. Slow motion pass there. Driver sends it. Goes off of Fox's player into the netting, so we'll get another face off. Keener to take the face off again. He's been pretty successful in the circle so far, but that one goes to the Foxes, but goes back. Fighting for it in the corner. Foxes take it. Shot on net. Bouncing puck. Keener, though, will take it away. Send it over to Edwards. He passes it over to Rogers, who's got wide open ice. But coasted and allowed the player to catch up to him. Rogers has the puck. He's fighting for it in the corner. Cross ice. And we're going to get a cross check on Rogers. Oh, no. No, they're negotiating. It's on Rogers. If Rogers hadn't slammed down his stick after the call, he might have gotten away with it and gotten somebody else to take the call, but no, it was him. So the Raptors will have a minute 30 worth of power play to kill. Shot on net, gloved down by Driggers. Well, that killed 3 seconds. 55.1 seconds left in the first period. The Foxes holding a 2-0 lead as the Raptors have a penalty to kill. Brown sends it off the boards over to Lombardo. Lombardo goes to pick it up, tries to get it out. Good attempt to clear from Brown. It unfortunately went off of Lombardo, who chases after it. Dumped in, goes off Brown. We'll have to pick it up off the back. Stopped by the Foxes. They'll send it around. Foxes attempt to keep it in, and they do. Good stick lift there by Fisher. Puck gets sent across ice. Picked up by Fisher. He gets it past the Foxes player. Good job there by Patty Lee to not brain the dude from behind into the boards. Patty Lee's much too polite for that. Tied up along the boards, but that's going to be the buzzer as the end of the first period. After 2, the Foxes have a 2-0 lead. When we come back, we'll have 32 seconds of power play to kill for the Raptors. But everyone's going into the locker room because we're going to have our Zam run now. So we've got time to kill. Ice conditions have been questionable this first period. We saw a couple of bad hops there. So hopefully we get a good Zam job here that will help out a little bit at least. As been said before during other consolation games are difficult to predict because realistically, we're only playing this because we are required 4 games, because we paid for 4 games, so we're going to play 4 games. But at this point, what are you playing for? It's pretty much a pride thing, if that. And we have a couple of Raptors players who are nursing injuries. You don't want to get injured in a game that, no offense to anybody, but this is a meaningless game. You want to keep it healthy. We've got league games coming up. And realistically, the Foxes have more to play for here because they don't want to go home with no wins. The Raptors have already won one. They beat the Foxes before. Would they like to win another game? Sure. But I don't think they'd necessarily be heartbroken if they don't come away with a victory in this game. They're going to play win or lose. They're going to play their game. The Foxes have a little bit more to play for. Again, they don't want to go home without a win. It's cold, man. I had my coffee earlier. Much too much earlier. That probably would have kept me a little bit warmer. It's always a crapshoot with an ice rink. This has been a colder ice rink in general, which is better for ice conditions. Some of the rinks that you run into in our area, they can get a little bit warmer and the ice can get a little bit more questionable. For the most part, this ice hasn't been that bad. It wasn't that great in the first period, but again, you were dealing with what was essentially third period ice like we'd normally see in the first period. Because the game that played before us they had their ZAM run, I believe, between the first and second. I don't think it would have been between the second and third. So after this one, we go home. Let's check Waze and see what the traffic looks like going back. Looks like about 5.75 hours currently. You do run into some situations. The difficulty with the I-40, with the construction there. Current rate, it looks like we're going, it looks like we'd be taking I-81 that goes through up top and then cut back down through US 52 until we can get to Kernersville. Then you take 40. That avoids the construction traffic on 40. Because if you remember last year, the hurricanes that went through the Carolinas, the Asheville area experienced a great deal of flood damage, including damage to I-40. So around kind of those mountain areas, you had two lanes going both ways. We had to go through 40 to get here. Two of those 4 lanes are gone. So instead of having 2 lanes of traffic in both directions, you have 1 lane of traffic going in both directions. And you have a lot of merging because you have 2 lanes going into 1 lane. And there's a lot of trucking that goes on through the interstates. So you're dealing with a lot of merging with larger trucks. So delays happen. So hopefully we'll have easier travel as we head back after this game. Regardless of the outcome, it's been an interesting tournament. Never played through a blackout before, so that was different. We had, I don't know, I guess the blackout was pretty much the interesting thing. We played all of our games here at the same facility, as if you've been following the team, you know. And also, if you've been watching throughout this whole weekend, I appreciate it. Thank you. We all appreciate it. You know the kids do. And that's who we do this for. Yes. When you have a Zam driver with a mustache like that, you know he means business. That man probably has a Zam attached to a motorcycle somewhere. But that was a quality Zam job. So the Zam leaves the ice. So we'll shovel it away. Because again, when the Zam leaves the ice, it just kind of leaves a bunch of snow right where it leaves the ice. So the Zam driver then has to get off the Zam and shovel it away. Nothing like metal on cement. That scraping sound like no other. I apologize if the sound sounds a little bit different. I've just attached the mic to my sweatshirt, keeping both hands in my pocket. Let's see. I don't know what that says. It's like what I'm against. Balance, good. If you haven't been watching us all weekend, it's okay. You've got other things to do. You're a wonderful parent. You mean well. Especially if you've got 2 kids playing hockey in 2 different places. That's a mess. I can't imagine having to deal with that. Yep. Post gets knocked off. This is going to work. There we go. That's one. Go to put the other in. Lift. Post. Down. Check. Shake. Looks good. Observe. Knock the net a little bit. Yep. Net seems to work. No holes. I mean, lots of normal holes, but no other holes. He says that looks good. Other net looks fine. So now what? Oh, we're waiting for the other 2 officials. I guess if you have orange bands on your arms, you're allowed to go to the bathroom longer. So no whistle, just go. So We'll go take warm-ups again. At least a little bit of warm-up, not a huge amount. Hi, Brian Perkins. Driggers with a giant hug to one of the Arctic Fox goaltenders. And that other goaltender, he's a big boy. It's a little goaltender discussion at center ice.
That heat must be rising. That's right. Yeah, right. Did you put a quarter in?
No, you just turn the thing and
I don't think the breaker's on for those. Somebody tried yesterday.
So there are technically heat sources in this rink, but as you'll find with most rinks, the heat is a lie. All right. I've got my hands warm enough. We'll go back to holding the mic. Okay, we're at opposite sides now. 30 seconds worth of power play to kill for the Raptors. Dumped in by the Foxes. They'll send it around the boards. Fisher goes to pick it up. Goes into the corner, out to the point. They're offering the shot. That goes wide and will get out of the zone. Nice slippery ice right now because Zan just ran. Patty Lee will chase after it. Lombardo sits back a little bit. He'll try to keep it in. Does not get it. But picked up by Fisher. He'll shoot it on net. No dump. Hey, if you got the shot, take it. Lee sends it around the boards. Penalty has been killed. Picked up by Fisher. Fisher sends it into the corner, back over. Fisher keeps it going as Keener gets down for a reason. In front! Oh, opportunity there. But they couldn't get to it. No icing. Brown will go chase after it. Goes to dump. Gets out of the zone, so blocked by Lombardo. He'll bring it in. Shot off the boards. Goaltender may have gotten a piece of it. Kept in, but the Foxes will take it away, so they'll start the progression. They'll dump, they'll chase. Sent back around the boards again. Brown throws the body. Sent back out and around. Brown chases after it. He'll send it out of the zone, so the Foxes will have to reset. Rogers goes down. So does the Foxes player. No call, thankfully. Sometimes you get that. Foxes have it. They'll bring it into the zone. Well, stick work there. Drop pass. Rogers takes it. Takes a check. Then Rogers goes down again. Not sure what was going on there. I'm just trying to follow the puck. Pass through. Rogers went for the check there. Does not get it. And Brown will chase after the puck as the Foxes will go for a line change. As they were going for the line change, Brown sent the puck over through the bench. I don't know if he was trying to get a too many men penalty here, but you know what? They're not going to call that. Brown loses an edge behind the Raptors bench. Keener will fight for it, though. He'll send it around the other way. Loud noises in the corner. Rogers gets it out of the zone. That's going to get picked up by Scott. Shot just a bit high. Foxes will go back the other way. They'll dump. They'll chase. Driver goes for it in the corner. He introduces himself. Sent back around. Edwards gets a piece of it, but shot blocked. Amistadi gets it out of the zone.
come on.
Foxes go. Amistadi gets a piece of it, but the Foxes go, and we got a 2-on-1. Shot blocked. Can't be picked up. Now sent forward. Lombardo gets it. He'll skate through traffic, but loses the handle. That stick does not have magic in it like the other one did. That was on pure skill. Amistadi fighting for it. Now over to Scott. Scott got a piece of it, couldn't hold on to it, and the puck goes back. Brown will have to chase after it. Brown takes the corner, goes the other way, sends it over. Edwards will pick this one up. He'll flip it out over to Scott. Scott picks up the pass. He's got Lombardo with him, but poked away. And now the Foxes will go back in the other direction. Sent cross ice. Edwards has it. He flips it over behind Lombardo. Lombardo sticks with it. The Foxes managed to get it out. Yeah. Official thought about it. Tried to figure out if he wanted to call that offside or not. It was, but he thought about it. One thing about being an official, you got to be confident. Make the call. If it's wrong, it's wrong, but make it with confidence. Otherwise, you're going to get criticized by the bench and the players and all the fans. 10:33 remaining in the second. Still 2-0 Foxes. Puck sent back. Brown pokes it forward. Stegall tries to get it through. Foxes will take it, though. They'll go. They'll dump. They'll chase. Fisher chases. Here sends it around the boards over to Rogers. Rogers kicks it out. Lee had it, but lost the handle. Official just takes a dump in the corner. Still a little bit of aggression there. Finally covered up by the goaltender. Goaltender has a few words. Goaltender holding onto a stick, maybe? I don't know. Get into the scrum, I don't know, but that goaltender is really big. So 10:07 remaining in the second. Stegall, Rogers, and Edwards, your forwards. Edwards with a shot. Pulled in by the Foxes goaltender. That was a good shot from the corner from Edwards. Quick snap.
Yeah, it does.
He was looking to pick the corner. Tied up again. Edwards has it. He'll take it. In the court. Tries to get it out to Amistadi. But the puck goes out. We're going to take the 2-on-1. Puck was taken away. Fox's player went down. He was desperately looking for a tripping call. There was none. But there was no trip. As has been said numerous times on this broadcast, poor skating does not equate a penalty. So tied up. Foxes get it out, but knocked away by Lombardo, and Lee will take it down ice. Lee looking for Lombardo, just out of his reach. Lee has it behind the net, tries to get out in front, could not get to it. Now the Foxes go the other way. They'll dump, they'll chase. Amistadi goes and picks this one up. Keener has it. Keener sends it around the boards. Foxes pick it up. That gets blocked by Driver. That's sent around the boards the other way. Foxes keep it in. Shot from the point. Gets blocked. They were looking for Lee on the stretch pass there, but it just got knocked down. Keener had the eyes. Lee had the spot, and it just didn't work out. Out, sends it out mid-ice. Knocked down. Oh, passed. The Foxes have it. They'll go for the corner. Score! Low shot gets past Driggers, and it's 3-0 Foxes. .8:44 remaining. Fox is up 3-0. Let's see how the Raptors react. Puck in deep there. Brown will chase after it. Fisher also fighting for it. Goes around the corner. It'll be Morris tries to get to it. Does not get all of it. Fisher bouncing puck. Passed. Wait. Nope. Waving it off.
Almost.
Bouncing puck there. Not sure what happened. I don't know. I don't know why you wave that off. Even if the post goes off as you're attempting to make the save. We ran into this situation in the first game of this tournament. But, oh well, I guess we got it paid back. Alas, we play on. Morris he tries to send it forward. Knocked down. Foxes are offside. Flip over to Scott. Scott's got a little bit of open ice. Power move, shot. Oh. Great power move there by Scott. Just needed a half stride more to put the puck in net. He tried to get it around, but that is, again, a large goaltender. He was able to make the save. 8:04 remaining in the second. Fox is still up 3-0 as we'll get a face-off deep in the Raptors' offensive zone. Keener, Edwards, Rogers, your forwards. Kicked out. Rogers has it, sends it over to Brown. Brown can't hold on to it. He sends it back to Fisher. Fisher looks to set up, sends it off the boards. Rogers gets a piece of it. Edwards will skate it in. Shot deflected. Keener has it behind the net. Shot in front, knocked down. Rogers gets a piece of it. He cannot. The Foxes will send it way down ice. That's going to be cheating. A smart play for the Foxes, despite the cheating. Because the Raptors had some momentum there. And sometimes you just want to stop it and reset. So we'll take another face-off deep in the Raptors' offensive zone. New lines out. Sent out, shot on net, goes wide. Lee will go chase after it, sent high off the glass. Amistadi knocks it down. Cross ice. Lombardo tried to get a piece of it. Stick may have been held a little bit. Foxes will fight to try to get it out. They send it down ice. That's going to be icing. I don't know. It's kind of flopping around a little bit there. Thought maybe it might hold up, but it didn't. So we'll get another face-off in the Raptors' offensive zone. Scott, Lee, and Lombardo, your forwards. Amistadi and Driver, your defensemen. Scott to take it. Driver with a shot. Deflected. Scott will fight for it. Amistadi has it. Knocked away by the Foxes. They'll try to bring it forward. Good pass there, but couldn't hold on. Driggers needs to recover. Tied up. Out in front. Good move there by Lombardo, and he's got some open ice. Puts it behind. Waved off. Great save there.
Off, get out, Magic!
Well, the other team has the puck, so. Cross ice pass. Foxes have it. Gets deflected by Driver and slowly rolls to Driggers, who covers. Couple of good opportunities there for the Raptors, but they cannot capitalize. 6:07 left in the second period. Still 3-0 Foxes. Raptors having difficulty solving this larger goaltender. A lot of times when you have a larger goaltender, you want to go maybe 5-hole. Goes off the outside of the post. Not really a threat on that shot. Raptors have it. They'll send it down ice. Picked up by Morris. But the Foxes recover. Now Morris recovers. Picked up by Stegall. Stegall, nice backhand pass, but Morris can't get to it. Now takes a weird bounce off of the door. Fisher chips it in. Morris sends it. Now Stegall. Bouncing puck in front. No one there, though. The puck goes out. Fisher will need to hustle for it. But he won't, actually, because it's icing. Good chance that Fisher knew that it was icing. Hence the lack of hustle. This is not the NHL where you can, if you're the first one down the ice, you can essentially wave off icing. It's icing regardless of who makes it down the ice first, as long as it goes past that red line. It's for the safety of the players. Shot on net, blocked. Foxes will try to get this out. Stegall knocks it away, though. Stegall sends it around. Keener now. He's got it behind the net. Fights back in the other direction. In front. Stegall stops it. Backhand. In front. No one can take it. Fisher knocked it down, but it went out of the zone, so they'll have to reset. Morris stops the momentum, so it still goes behind the Foxes' net. Fisher tries to get to it, cannot, and now we have a little bit of open ice, but Dagan Brown denies it. Sent back around the opposite way. Brown will chase after it. He fights for it in traffic. Brown tries to poke it through. Does not. Shot goes very wide and out of the zone, so the Foxes will need to get back onside. Puck knocked down. Stegall will bring it in. Stegall's got a lot of traffic, but puts it on net. Someone may have gotten a piece of that. Stegall shoots harder than that. Driver intercepts the pass. Rogers sends it down. Players get back onside. Sent around the boards. Scott will pick it up, but sent down. Hand is up for icing. That's the call. And so we'll get a face-off once again back in the Raptors' offensive zone. 3:49 left in the second. Fox is up 3-0. Raptors have been providing pressure but unable to capitalize. Scott, Edwards, Rogers, your forwards. Amistadi and Driver, your defensemen. Tied up. Foxes have it behind net. They'll send it around the boards. Driver can't keep it in. Foxes have it at mid-ice. Good attempt there by Scott to get it away. But the Foxes will dump it in. Amistadi will go chase after it. Rogers also meets the puck. So tie up in the corner. Attempt to send out. Foxes will send it back into the corner. Amistadi now has it behind the net. Amistadi sends it along the boards. Picked up. Blocked. Behind the net. Foxes have it. Tempted quick pass there. Probably should have taken it out themselves instead of hitting the pass. But Driver going for it. Takes the big hit. But the puck goes mid-ice. Edwards has it. Shot! Oh, dear. Off the post. That kid's got a wrister, man.
No bias.
I remember when he was 9 and he couldn't even lift the puck. That was a long time ago. Luke Stegall should remember it. He was his teammate back in that U10 team. Oh, pressure on the net, though, but knocked away. Fisher sends it, but intercepted. But offside there by the Foxes. So we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. Puck control is a key for the Raptors. They need to work on that. Players need a little bit of confidence with the puck. Lombardo gets past the defenseman. Shot. Patty Lee. To see Patty Lee that frustrated, something's got to be going on.
Was it one of these?
Are they going to get Patty for a double minor? They are. Double minor for Lee. As I mentioned last game, just because you got a penalty doesn't mean you can't get another one. So Lee called for 2 penalties on that one. Puck goes out of the zone. Stegall has it. Tries to get it past the Foxes player. It's tied up. Stegall gets taken down. No call. Cross ice. Foxes will have it. Knocked away. Nothing doing there. Lombardo has the puck. Avoids the check. Now Stegall has it behind the net. Deflected it into the netting. These Raptors going for a more aggressive kill here. Not just content with clearing the puck. They know they're strong on the kill. And you get some actual halfway decent opportunities, oddly enough, on the kill because you have a more aggressive team trying to get something going in the power play. So they tend to neglect their defense. Puck sent out. Dumped. That's not icing because the Raptors are killing a penalty. Morris in the zone to hold on to it. Gets knocked down, but his body's still there, and he's still working on it. The Foxes finally get it out, though. Foxes have a number 99 on their team. That's obnoxious. Driver anticipates the check. Goes high. Morris tried for the check, missed, but put the intimidation factor on there, so that worked. Keener brings it in. Holds on to it. Sends it out to the point to Driver. Driver with a shot. That goes wide. So the Foxes bring it down ice. Stick lift there by Keener. Disrupts. In front, but sent down ice. 1:18 left, so the first penalty on Lee is killed, but we've still got another one. Lots of line changes going on. Fox is just content to hold on to the puck, which we appreciate. Attempted lift there by Amistadi, knocked down. Shot goes wide. Sent down ice. Edwards looked like he wanted to knock that one down. That's not what you want to do. 3, 2, 1. Scott was thinking about it, but ran out of time. So we'll have 43 seconds left to kill going into the third period with the Foxes up 3-0. Raptors, again, have had their opportunities, but have been unable to capitalize against the Giant goalie. It's lozenge time.
Yeah, my knees hurt, my back hurts.
Again, what do goaltenders talk about during the minute intermission? Brian Perkins holding court. That kid can tell a story. So the Raptors will have 15 minutes to try to put 4 on the board. Stranger things have happened. Let's see if they can solve this goaltender. For right now, there's 43 seconds of penalty to kill. Scott and Edwards with Brown and Fisher. Fisher flips it forward. Brown's Foxes settle it down. They'll dump. They'll chase. Fisher picks it up. He sends it off the boards. Goes past a couple of people. Foxes take it. Brown gets a piece of it. Keeps it in. Now in front. Shot goes behind the net. Shot through and scores. The screen in front with 9 seconds left in the penalty. The Foxes capitalize on the power play to make it a 4-0 game.
Go Raptors!
Up to the Raptors now to do something different. Puck brought in by Lombardo. Sends it over. Knocked away by the Foxes. They see some space. Shot on net. Blocked by Amistadi. In front. Backhand goes behind the net. Sent around the boards. Lombardo will go pick up it. Bounces back to the Foxes. That went off of several sticks. There's no icing there. Lee chases after it. Tied up in the corner. Keener fights for it. Now sent around the other way. Off the goaltender. Goes back into the corner. Driver takes a shot up high, which the officials get off on. Driver brings it down ice. Probably looking to check an official up high. Wonder if that gets a call. Fisher will dump it in, sends it over to Lee. Lee sends it over, intercepted by the Foxes. The Raptors are mid-change. Scott gets a piece of it, stops the momentum. Foxes try to get it out in front. Gets deflected over. Brown putting the pressure on. Goes over. Scott takes it. He sends it over. Fisher will send it along the boards. Picked up cross ice. That goes wide. Scott sends it high. That's going to be icing. And we'll get the faceoff back in the Raptors' defensive zone. 12:31 remaining in the third. Fox is up 4-0. Keener to take the faceoff. He's tied up. Brown will take it. Sends behind net to Fisher. Fisher sends it along the boards. Now, by the doors, Foxes try to send it over into the slot. Cannot. Rogers takes an elbow up high. No call. Edwards picked that one off. Now it goes over to Rogers. Rogers dumps. Got to hold on to that one. Brown will chase after it deep in his zone. Sends it over. Edwards doesn't get all of it, so it stays in the defensive zone. It escapes. We have it at mid-ice. Edwards takes it away. Not the greatest angle. Loses the handle. Foxes have it now. They'll send it down ice. That's going to be icing. So we'll get a face-off in the other zone. 11:19 remaining in the third. Fox is still holding on to a 4-0 lead. Scott to take the face off. Goes at Lombardo with a shot. Goes high. New stick. Gets it past Amistadi. Lee gets a piece of it, but Fox is trying to take it, but Driver gets a stick high. In front! Rebound! Score. Too many opportunities in front. Driggers can't cover it. So on the second rebound shot, the Foxes will put it in, and that'll make it a 5-0 game. Which is apparently enough for a running clock. Lee dumps it in, deflected away by the goaltender. Sent back around. Scott tries to pick it up. He'll fight for it. Bad bounce off of the door. Foxes have it. They'll dump it in. Goes around the boards. Amistadi flips it up. Bounces over a couple of sticks. The Foxes will have it in their defensive zone. Lee got a piece of it, but it deflected off of him. Now goes to mid-ice. Foxes will pick it up. They'll dump. Driver has it. He sends it over to Lombardo. Lombardo kicks it out. It gets back to the Foxes. In Driver's skates. They'll fight for it. It goes out to the point. D to D. Now across. Driggers has lost his stick, but has not lost his glove, so he'll glove that save. About 9 minutes left on the running clock. Fox is up 5-0. Keener fights for the faceoff. He sends it forward. Keener's still chasing, but the Foxes have it. They'll go around the other way. Cross-ice pass. Deflected there by Fisher. Sent back around the other way. Foxes have it. They'll try to center it, but it goes out to mid-ice, and the Foxes will have to recover. Puck set in, goes off of Brown's stick. Flipped in by Fisher. Flipped back the other way. Fisher will take it in his own zone. Tries to send it away. Keener gets it in his skates. He tries to get it out. It's blocked. Brown sends it off the boards. Kept in by the Foxes. Now blocked, and we get a whistle. Cover there by Driggers. So a little less than 8 minutes remaining. Fox is still holding on to a 5-0 lead as the Raptors try to figure out how to solve this goaltender. But they need to get to the other side of the ice first. Scott with the faceoff goes out to the top of the point. Rebound. Clear the crease out, people. Sent down ice by the Raptors. That's an easy icing. Scott to take the face off. Tied up, bounces back. A little looking to see who's going to pick that one up. The Amistadi sends it around the boards. Edwards tries to get it past. Now has it. He's got a little bit of open ice. Sends the pass over to Scott. Shot. Score! Good play to flip it out. good play by Edwards to see Scott streaking down, and good play by Scott to bury it.
Stop the clock.
So once you get to 5, I don't know the rules of this particular tournament, but 5 goal may start the running clock. But not sure what stops the running clock. It's not always getting it back from the 5-point lead. So anyway, kept in by Lombardo. Good play there, but the Foxes are there to stop it. Now sent back the other way. Someone's going to have to get it. It'll be Amistadi, who has their stick held, but in a legal way. It's actually a good play there. But Lombardo has the puck. Stretch pass to Patty Lee, who gets interfered with and his head knocked. But, you know, that's cool. We like it when that happens. Puck out in front. Foxes will pick it up, though, and they'll bring it down ice. Knocked away by Brown, who has to get around a linesman. Foxes send it into the Raptors bench. So that'll be a face-off in the neutral zone.
Oh, it was in there. So.
It was literally behind the blue
It
line.
was behind the blue line. Clock's running.
Anyway, that's just funny to me because the penalty. No, forget it. I'm not even going to get into it. A little more than 4 minutes. Fox is up 5-1.
But you don't stop it when it becomes wet.
Tied up. High puck. Triggers knocks it down. Does not glove it though. So we continue on. Scott has it. He's got Morris with him. Scott will bring it into the zone. Gets it past the defender. Picks it back up. Now it's pinned to the corner. Foxes get it past. Now Brown will fight for it. Foxes take it down. Morris gets tied up. Out to the point. Deflected. Not in a good way, but oof. Fox's player loses his edge and goes crashing into the corner, but he looks like he's okay, so now tied up. Stegall has it. He sends the pass over to Morris. He's not ready for it, and the Foxes have it. They'll dump it in. Brown takes it behind the net. Pass goes right to a Foxes player. Shot still loose. Scott will pick it up. And he'll skate it out. Sends the pass over. Okay. Probably should have been icing there, but alas. Amistadi keeps it in. Amistadi still keeps it in, but no one there to keep it. Probably should be offsides there, but we're waving off icing there too, so Zamdor's up. Like, I don't know if he's got like an appointment to get to, but we've still at least got 2 minutes here. We'll take it down to the other end of the ice with a little under 2 minutes. So we know the outcome of this one. Let's see if the Raptors can put another one on the board. Out the driver at the point. Shot goes wide. Foxes have it. They'll send it cross ice. Amistadi has it. Now picked up by Edwards, who tries to get it over to Rogers, but out of his reach. Off the boards. Keener takes it back to Rogers to Keener. Shot. Pad save. Dumped the other way. Icing's waved off because why not? Now in the corner. Driver's just throwing the body. And now we're going to get a whistle. Nope. We get a Fox's penalty.
Right? Yeah, it's like.
So we'll slowly take our time to set up here. Tick, 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 tick. I mean, I'll be fair. The Raptors aren't exactly in a hurry to set up either. So that's a Lombardo. Shot goes wide. Lombardo chasing after it again. Out to Brown. Brown passes over. One-timer from Fisher. Hits glass. Brown again sends it over to Fisher. But he looks to pass inside over to Scott. In front. Brown shot wide. Nothing going there. So that's going to be the game. Your final score, Pittsburgh Arctic Foxes 5, Raleigh Raptors 1. It's going to be a ride back. We will see you again on the 15th. So next weekend, as your Raleigh Raptors will take on the Queen City Royals at the Polar Ice House in Wake Forest. But for now, I'm cold. I'm ready to end this broadcast. We'll see you guys next week.